Hey there, YouTube. Myron Golden here. I want to share with you strategies for creating a best-selling book. I've written several books. My first book was called The Ebony Treasure Map, The Roadmap to Riches for African Americans, and I published that in 2006, and we sold, I don't know, tens of thousands of copies. I don't know exactly how many. 2007, we changed the title to From the Trash Man to the Cash Man, How Anyone Can Get Rich Starting from Anywhere. And we sold over 160,000 copies of this book. In fact, it's so interesting. This book it's a paperback book. We sell it for $20. We sell about $8,000 to $12,000 worth of these books a month, and then this book sells another couple $1,000s worth of tickets to some of our events. And so that's good. But what's really amazing about this book is there are people on Amazon who sell this book for $150. Like, I've seen it as much as $1,100 for sale on Amazon because I don't sell it on Amazon. I'm going to tell y'all some of the reasons why I don't sell it on Amazon. I have it on Amazon as an ebook, but I don't have it on Amazon as a physical book. I'm going to tell y'all why, okay, in a few minutes. I would rather somebody go buy it from somebody else for $150 or buy it on my website for $20 than sell it on Amazon. I don't want to sell it on Amazon for $20. I'll tell you why in a minute. So then I wrote this book in 2021. This book is called Boss Moves. This book sells about $20,000 to $30,000 a month worth of this book. And that's one of the cool things about a book. You write the book once, and if it's good, it'll pay you forever and ever, right? It'll pay you from now on. And so it's interesting. A friend of mine said, writing a book is so important that even God wrote a book, right? It's called the Bible, right? So that ought to be a clue, right? So a couple things about writing a best-selling book. First thing you need, if you're going to write a best-selling book, is you need some kind of big idea. The book needs to be about something that people care about. Like, people say, I want to tell my story. I used to be a trash man. I made $6.25 an hour. Keith, did you know me when I drove a trash truck too? No, you knew me right after that, right? Okay, so I drove a trash truck for $6.25 an hour, okay? And now we make considerably more than that. And I don't have to drive a trash truck anymore. That's the other cool part. But the book From the Trash Man to the Cash Man, even though it tells my story, it's not about my story. Okay? Your story is only as important in your book as people can see themselves being transformed in your story by your story. Are y'all tracking? Okay, so that's the first thing. So you need a big idea. So how do I find a big idea? The way we find big ideas for anything, not just for books, but for anything, is we look into the marketplace and we find a big gaping hole. Something where a large number of people are not being served, and then we create something for those people, and when those people show up in droves, and they'll pay you like hand over fist. It's crazy, right? So you need a big idea. Next thing you need is a best-selling title, right? So what does a best-selling title look like? Well, a best-selling title looks like this, okay? A best-selling title is not catchy. It is not catchy and it is not clever. A best-selling title is a clear word picture. By the way, in my best-selling author course, which I don't even sell anymore, so nobody's going to be able to accuse me of trying to sell it to you because I don't even sell it anymore. In my best-selling author course, this is stuff I used to teach in my best-selling author course that I would only teach people who paid me $10,000 to learn how to write a best-selling book, right? So best-selling title. What is a best-selling title? A best-selling title is a clear word picture so that when you say the title, they immediately see clearly what the book is going to be about. A clear word picture, right? If it's not a clear word picture, it's not a good title. Like, riddles, like people want to make riddles titles. Like this guy, he was at one of my events, he said, he won a trip, he won like a VIP lunch with me, right? He's like, Myron, can I share my book title with you? Over lunch. I was like, sure, what is it? He said, what are you going to do with the yolk? And it's got a picture of a book with a picture of an egg on it. And I said, is it okay if I coach you? He said, sure. I said, that's a terrible title. That's terrible. Like, your book title doesn't need to be a riddle. People don't like you enough to figure out what you mean. Right? So your book needs to be a clear word picture. It needs to tell them something, not confuse them, okay? So it needs to have a best-selling title. A best-selling title is a clear word picture. So this is my formula for a best-selling title, clear word picture, okay? Now, it needs to have a best-selling subtitle. A book without a subtitle is a wasted asset. Like you fumbled. Like you got space on the front of the book. Why would you not put a subtitle there? Now, here's what a subtitle should be. A subtitle should be a powerful promise. Now, the word picture, the clear word picture, tells people what the book is about. The powerful promise tells people what they can expect to get as a result of reading the book. Are y'all tracking what I'm saying? By the way, this is why we make $30,000 to $40,000 a month just selling physical books, not including our ebooks on Amazon. I've got 3 ebooks on Amazon. I've got Trash Man to Cash Man's an ebook on Amazon. It sells for $10. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. I've got one called Make Lots of Money in MLM. I got one called Line 'em Up and Sign 'em Up. The Golden Keys to Recruiting and Sponsoring in MLM. So those are my 3 ebooks on Amazon. Okay, so subtitle needs to be a powerful promise, like Boss Moves. BOSS is an acronym that stands for what? Business Optimization Success Secrets from a $1 Million Roundtable. Okay, that's the powerful promise. From the trash man to the cash man, you know what it's about. Somebody used to be a trash man. They obviously got rich. What's the powerful promise? How anyone can get rich starting from anywhere. Y'all see that? Okay, so now the table of contents. 4. The table of contents. What is the table of contents? The table of contents. Every chapters equal complete thoughts. What does that mean? That means every chapter title should be a complete sentence. You don't need to have one-word chapter titles. The more you can pre-digest any of your content for your clients, the more likely people are to say yes to your offer. Did I say that too fast? I think I did. The more pre-digested your content is for your audience, the more likely people are to say yes to your offer. So, somebody picks up a book, they look at the back of the book. It's a good idea to have your picture on the back of the book, or not. It doesn't matter, but if you think your picture will help, put it on there. Okay, if it adds to the clarifying the word picture, then you have to have a powerful promise. You want every chapter in the book, like Robert, I'm going to give you a perfect example. Robert G. Allen wrote a book called Multiple Streams of Internet Income. Everybody's heard of Multiple Streams of Income. Well, the first book of his that I read was Multiple Streams of Internet Income. Guess what the name of the first chapter was? $24,000 in 24 hours. I picked up that book and started reading it in the bookstore. This was back before before I had ever even thought about making. I had never had a $24,000 day, but I liked the sound of the music. 24,000 in 24 hours. It had such a nice ring to it, right? So I bought that book, and then I read it, and then I went out and bought like every copy from every bookstore I could find and gave them away as Christmas gifts to all the people in my family. Why? Because that book impacted my life like that, right? So make sure every chapter title is a complete thought. If you will do those things, have your book cover professionally designed, and then your book you'll have to do some selling, you'll have to do some marketing, but your book will sell itself. It will be very easy to sell that book. By the way, now, so let me talk about why I don't sell Trash Man to Cash Man on Amazon, because our Bible study starts in 3 minutes. So here it is. 1, I don't sell my physical books on Amazon because Amazon controls pricing. I think one of the most ridiculous things for an entrepreneur to do is to start a business and let somebody other than you determine what your price is, even if it's Amazon. So if I sell this book right here on my website, if I sell it for $20, and I do, I make $18.25 because it cost me about $75 to print. So that's what we call 1,000% margins, right? So I make that. Now, if I sell this book on Amazon for $20, they only pay me $6. Because if you sell a book on Amazon for more than $9.99, they only pay you 30%. But if you sell it for $10 or less, for $9.99 or less, they pay you 70%. Right? So that's why. So literally, if I sold this book on Amazon for $9.99 for $20, I'd make less than I make selling the ebook for $9.99. So that's why I don't sell it on Amazon. Besides, I don't want somebody else controlling. Plus, if I sell my books on Amazon, I don't get those customers. Amazon does. One of the most valuable business lessons, I'm going to end on this, one of the most valuable business lessons you can learn is most amateur entrepreneurs think that the purpose of getting a client is to make a sale. Professional entrepreneurs know that the purpose of making a sale is to acquire a customer or a client. Clients are more valuable than sales. So the only reason I sell stuff is so I can acquire clients, because clients are more valuable than sales. So I hope that helps and will make you a lot of money as you write your book or your ebook and you go out there and sell it in the marketplace. One of these days, I'll do a book, a YouTube video on to ebook or to physical book, right? That'll be the name of the book, okay? The name of the video. So hope that helps. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. And thank you for doing all the YouTube-y stuff that y'all know how to do. In the meantime, in between time, peace out, Cub Scouts.